Hi guys, it's Wayne here from Bitsbox. I'm joined by Craig.
Hello.
And we're here to play Halo Ground Command today. We're using the Reach starter set, the 2-player starter set. We're playing the introduction game. So we'll show you the table, the armies, and then we'll get started.
So here is our board. We're on a 4x4. I'm going to be playing the Covenant, and Wayne's going to be playing UNSC. So we're just using all the stuff from the starter set. So we've got grunts and ghosts. My leader's over here. Got the hunters over there with some more grunts, and then on Wayne's side it's got a bunch of UNSC troops with his commander and the Spartan right in the centre. And we've got some more troops, and on the flanks there is warthogs. So that is how we're set up, and now we'll look at what we rolled for our command cards. So for my commander, I've got mark your target and 2 take covers. And
I have exactly the same.
Yeah, so there we go. Wayne won initiative to go first, so we'll jump straight in to turn 1.
Okay, so for the first activation, I'm just going to quickly explain how the reaction rules work. So what will happen is I'm going to select my first unit to activate, which will be the Warthogs, and then Craig can select a unit to react before I do my movement. But no one's really in sight or in range, so he's chose not to. So then I'm going to do my 10-inch move up to here. And now he gets a second chance to choose a reaction if he wants.
Yeah.
So
for me to react, I'd have to roll 2d6 and get over 9. So I'm not going to do that, because if I fail, then that will still count as being activated, which I don't really want at this stage. So I will choose not to react at this stage.
Okay, so my Warthogs are now going to fire at these chaps. So plenty of range, and there's not really any cover in the way to the majority of the squad. So my Warthogs have an AP value of 8, so they get 8 dice each. And we're at firepower 4, which means, just like in Halo Fleet Battles, 2s let me reroll the miss symbol. So a good amount of 2s there. In fact, there's like no 1s.
Oh goody.
So I get 6 misses to reroll, which generate 2 more rerolls, which generate another reroll. Okay, so I've got 10, 21 hits.
Okay.
Right, so because I've got a lot of hits, what happens is we look at the damage track. Now most units only have 1. And what's going to happen is the closest unit take the first hit, so they get the first 2, which kills them. Then the next unit, which is the Overseer, who needs 4, he does get a save, so he's not out of it yet. Then it piles on to the next one, so he gets a 2, and then the next one, he gets a 2. So all the grunts are dead, and then there's 3 saves to be made on the elites. And the elites save it on a 1 or a 2.
Okay, so I'll roll 3 dice.
And save them all.
Cool. So he's quite resilient, but the normal grunts die very easily. And I'm quite guarded off my fjord cannons.
Okay, so now that I've killed them, he has to do a suppression test. Which I've done 3 damage to him, because there's 3 grunt bases dead, and he has to roll 2d6 and add the damage taken and get under 12. The Warthog also adds 2 to this, so that means Craig's got to roll 7 or under 7, sorry, on the dice not to be suppressed. And what suppressed does is it gives you an activation token.
Okay, so I'm usually quite good at rolling low, but this is where I'll roll nice and high. Hey! So yeah, that's the first. Talk it up. So they take an activation token.
They do.
So it probably would have, in hindsight, probably been worth trying to react to that.
And my guys get an activation token as well.
Yeah, because they obviously just activated. So now it's time for the Covenant to activate something.
Go.
Okay, so I'm going to activate the hunters. They can move 6 inches. So they're going to leap forward between these rocks. And just fit in there. And we'll shoot at that infantry squad over there.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use take cover, which increases their cover value by 1. So because they're at 0, they go to light cover, which is -1 firepower.
Okay.
But you only have short range, don't you? So it's going to knock you down to firepower 4 instead of 5.
Okay. So I've got 12 dice as a anti-personnel 6 each.
Yep, so then 2s let you reroll the misses, but not the skulls.
Yep. So that's 3 2s and 3 misses.
Okay.
And that 2 will let me reroll the
Yep.
other one, which is a skull, so that's much worse.
Okay.
So we take out the skulls, and that gives us 2, 1, 2, 10, 11,
13.
13. Not quite as deadly as the warthogs were.
Okay, so my army unit only have 3 on their damage track, so that's going to be all of them dead. Because he got 13 hits. Okay, so I'm going to activate this unit here. So Craig gets to choose to react if he wants to try.
Okay, and what are they?
Just normal guys with a missile launcher.
Okay, no, I don't think anything
No.
would probably be quite in range. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to trundle on up to there. And you then get your second reaction, which if you're still pretty sure you don't want to. Or do you?
I may. The ghosts are still just slightly. The front 2 are in range, but. So, no, we won't.
No? Okay. So now these guys are going to fire at them. So it's just the front 2 bases and the missile launcher in range. So you can use your take cover if you wish.
Yep, we'll do take cover.
Yep. And I'm going to use mark your target, so I get an additional 2 dice to their attack roll. So 6, 8, and then here's 1, which will split it. Okay, so the small arms are firepower 3, which means they are just how they land. So 1s are 1s and 2s are 2s, with no rerolls. But I got 5, and then I get 1 more dice from the rocket launcher, which did nothing. So that's just gonna kill the front 2 grunts. And then a suppression test at +1, and then
Okay.
+2 for the grunts. I think a leader might give you a bonus as well. Yeah, you could.
Okay, so I need 9 or under, and the Zealot will let me re-roll it if need be, but that's
Super.
6.
And
So I'm going to activate the ghosts, and they're going to fly up this way. They can move 12, and they're going to come after these warthogs. Okay. So they will have 12 dice between them. Okay, so we've got 4 dice each because we're shooting at armour. Our firepower rating will go down by 1 because we're shooting through the trees, and we're not within
just at
10 inches to get the +1. So there'll be no rerolls on these dice. So it's 12 dice. Oh, they're scattered about everywhere, sorry. Not too great. So we have 7.
Okay, as a armoured element, I get a soak value of 3, which means I get 3 dice to try and reduce his hits by. So I got 2, and it counts as firepower 4, so I do get to reroll the miss, which didn't matter. So I cancel 2 of your hits, That's still enough to do a damage to the closest warthog, because he has a damage track of 5.
And they have activated.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to activate this squad with the leader attached. So they're going to move up 6. Oh, actually, no, we're not. Yeah, no, we're not. The leader's going to move around to there. Everyone else is in range of the hunters. So we're going to stay there and we're going to fire at the hunters.
Okay, well we can't react because our react value is too high after we've activated.
Yep. So I get 1 AT because we're against an armed target off all of them, but the leader adds 2. So that's my small arms, and then I will do the rocket launchers afterwards. So these are just firepower 4, unless you want to use your shield.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yep.
Take cover 1.
So they go down to firepower 3. So that is 3 hits with no rerolls. The rocket launcher, I have 5 dice, and because I'm at long range, I get +1 firepower, which cancels out his take cover. So I go down to firepower 4 instead of 5, which was good. So I get 1 reroll from that. So that is quite an impressive 10. Hunters do have a soak value from hitting at the front as one of their special rules.
They do. So soak value of 2.
Yep, so you get 2 dice to try and reduce my total.
No, 2 scores. So
However, your damage track is 6 then 6, so it's only 1 wound on the hunters. But that's still not too bad. Go.
okay, so I've got 2 units left
I've still got my Spartan though.
to activate, and and Wayne's got a Spartan. We're pretty much going to be out of range of anything because we're quite short range. So I think I'm going to start by running this squad.
Yep.
They can run 9 inches, so they're going to come up. We'll come up sort of behind this rock.
Okay. I'm going to actually try and have these guys reaction fire
Okay.
against them. So their react goes down up to 9. So I need to get over 9 on 2 dice, which I don't. But
Go.
So the Spartan is going to move 6 towards this box. So you can get quite a nice clean view on them guys there. Obviously half of them are in cover, so they're still going to get the cover bonus. But he is going to shoot them if they don't want to try and react.
We will actually. We are in range, and no reason why we shouldn't. It is 11 though, but it's worth a go, isn't it?
It's worth a try.
And no.
Okay, so the Spartan gets 10 anti-personnel dice. You've got no cover symbol abilities yet, but you do have cover, so I'm down to firepower 3, which is just straight dice. It's still going to be them 3 grunts dead.
Okay.
Which does mean a suppression test for your HQ.
Yeah.
He also has the ability to add +3 to your suppression test. So you need to get under 6.
Okay. And well, 6. Does it got to be under?
It's got to be under.
Okay. So
It's
that's close.
+6, so it adds up to 12, so he is suppressed, which
Okay. Which is already activated.
yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
God, he's a boss.
Okay, so this squad.
Okay, I'm actually going to react before you move, so
Okay.
with the Spartan. So he's well within range. He has to get under 6, or over 6, sorry. No! Phew.
So we're going to move up 6. see what we can be in range with. Okay. So, how far away are we? So we are in range to shoot him. Field rod cannons are terrible against infantry, but then so are their small arms really. Although I've got an overseer base, so it's got an AP of 4.
So, because I don't want my Spartan to die, I'm going to do the take cover ability.
Okay, so we've got to roll everything separately because they've got different firepower ratings. So we'll start with field rod cannons.
Yep, so that's now 5 out of 3, so it's just straight dice.
Only 2 dice, so we've
got one. So then the overseer, so he's 5 out of 4 because he's in short range.
Yep.
With cover. So no rerolls because that's a skull, but you've got 5 hits.
And then we have 7 for the zealot.
Yep, but he's down to 5 out of 3 because he's not in short range.
Yep.
And I'm taking cover.
So no rerolls here, but not too bad actually.
Good hit, very nice.
Okay.
That's 2 saves I've got to make at least.
Yeah, so that's
So
14.
my Spartan has 2 damage tracks of 6, so I have to make 2 saves. But he has the legend save, so he only fails on a skull.
2 skulls.
And he's fine. He shrugs it off because he's awesome.
Yeah, he is amazing. And that's an activation token for us, and that is end of turn 1, isn't it?
That is.
Well, double skull there, but. So yeah, I'm going to choose to keep mark your target.
So you reroll the other 2.
Now we'll another mark your target, and stay sharp.
Yep. And that also adds 1 to your initiative, that plus swords there. So I used all 3. So I got 2 shields and an initiative token there. So it's 2d6 plus 1 each. You 1 by 1. So you get first activation.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to activate the hunters.
Yep, so I'm going to try and reaction fire with these. They're normally 7, but because the leader's there, they go down to 6. And they do. So I actually get to try and kill a hunter. Okay, so the rocket launcher there is on 5 out of 5 dice. And it hits with all 1s, that's not too bad. And then the small arms at 5 out of 4. That's 2 rerolls. There's more misses. But I did get 10 hits, but you do get your soak value.
Yep, so we've only got a soak value of 2, so it's 2 dice.
But it's not 3 hits.
3.
So that brings me down to 7, which is still enough to do a point of damage.
Yep.
So that would kill the wounded hunter there.
Yep.
That also then makes the other hunter more powerful. Because he's lost his buddy.
Yep, so it's battle hardened loadout is now 6.
Yep, which is reroll 6 dice in melee.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Okay, so now you could move and then shoot if you wanted.
Yeah, he's just going to stay there, but he is going to shoot.
Okay.
So he's got 6 dice.
You are at 5 out of 5.
Okay.
I'm going to use a cover thing to make it 5 out of 4.
Okay. So 6 dice.
Ooh.
No 2s.
Got 5 there.
5.
So that is a base dead, because we're on 3. And then a suppression test. So I need double 6 to be suppressed. Nope, we're fine.
Okay. You might get tired and I think it matters.
Okay, so I'm going to activate these guys. They're going to move up 10. And they're going to shoot into the Zealots unit there. They've got quite a nice angle on him.
Okay,
So you get to choose if you want a reaction.
yeah, I might try and react to that squad.
Yeah, you don't have to do it with them, you can do it with any others that can see them.
Okay, cool.
So you could have the ghost do it, you could have him do it, or...
I'm quite tempted though with them fuel rod cannons too.
Yeah, if they're
I'm going on here. Yeah, they got the same reactor value, so it's 7 with the...
Yeah. They only got 16-inch range, though. They might be out.
Oh yeah, I'll have to check the range. Yeah, that's actually going to be out, isn't it? Okay, so we'll try reacting with the ghosts then, I suppose. This is where I failed, so it's got to be above their react value.
Yep, unless they're within 6 of the leader, which I don't think they are. Nope.
Oh, double one. Okay. So that's what happens when you fail that.
Yep, so they get that.
Activation.
Okay, so I get 8 dice each. And it's going to be firepower free because the hill's quite nicely in the way. So just straight dice, but still a pretty solid hit. So that's 5, 10, 13 hits on you.
Is that plus on you?
On them, yeah. So the Overseer has 4, so 4 hits will go on him. Then the Zealot's next, and his damage track is
8.
8. Nice. So that's that, and then the other one's wasted.
Yep.
So do you want to take the Overseer's save?
Yep, so just a 1 dice for...
Yep, just 1.
Nope.
So he's dead. And then the Zealot, who saves on...
He's a 1 or 2 as well.
Yep.
And he has reroll on that.
But he's fine. But they do have to make a suppression test.
Yep.
So they've got to get under 10, because they're getting +1 from him, -1 for the damage, but +2 from the chain.
Okay, so it's where I roll high again. Or not.
Yep, that's fine. And the Warthogs are done. We'll go after them, yeah?
Yep, we're going to move. Shimmy this way.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to shoot at the Warthogs.
Yep.
Okay. So, he's coming out of short range, isn't he? Yep. Where's the fuel rod cannons? So the fuel rod cannons will get +1
Yep.
firepower rating, and it's 5 dice with them.
Okay. Do you want to use your lightning bolts?
Yeah, I'll use mine for target as
Just
well.
one? Yep.
Yeah, I'll use that on there. So that's just for each?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 7, isn't it?
Yep. So this will be firepower 4 because of the hill being in the way.
Yep. So it's reroll misses if we need 2s.
Yep. A couple of 2s.
And a couple of misses.
Okay.
Extra 1.
And then the 7 dice from the leader.
Yeah.
But these would be firepower 3 because he's not in short range.
So maybe we'll use the...
Other lightning bolt,
We'll
yeah.
use the lightning bolt, won't we? Okay.
9 dice.
So that's 9 dice. Oh, terrible. I'm glad I sort of rolled the extra 2, so that's just 4.
Okay, so
That's a total of 10.
I then get my soak value of 3. Let me re-roll that. So I stopped 4 hits, but that's still going to be enough to kill off that wounded Warthog there. So he's dead.
And okay.
Right, so we're going to do these guys. They're going to move up 6. Get a nice bead on that hunter over there. Quite comfortably through the gap. The Spartan. And shoot at him. Do you want to try and react with anyone? Remember, you can react with the already activated units, but these guys can only fire in the front.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I could possibly just try and react with him then.
Mm-hmm.
If I can find his react. So it's 9.
Yep.
Oh, so close.
He gets +1, doesn't he?
Let's
leave it
have a
then.
look. I'm trying to find it here. I don't know.
Where he gets plus.
It's got.
Increase all
Ah,
reaction
okay.
fire tests within 6 by 1.
So that
he
includes
gets
him as
6
well.
plus.
Okay, cool. So only. Well, for fuel cans probably out of range. Yep.
I'm going to take cover as well.
Okay, so yeah, we'll do dice with him.
Yep.
Firing at them, so it's 7 dice.
Yep. So down to 5 out of 3.
So just accept the result. Wow. Okay, 1.
Well, you do have the fuel rod.
And we do have a fuel rod which has a mighty 2, I believe. Against.
Oh.
No, it's just worse. That was good.
But worth a try.
Oh, 1.
So no damage. Okay, so we'll do the small arms first into the hunter at 5 out of 4. So let me re-roll that one, which did nothing. And then the missile launcher at 5 out of 5. Ugh. So only 3, which is not enough to do any damage to the hunter. And they're activated.
So I'm going to activate this base here, and he's going to jump up on top of the hill, and he's going to fire just at these guys over here.
Okay.
So he has an AP of 4.
Ooh, nice. That should be 5 out of 4.
So he can reroll one of these to another 1.
4. So that is going to be a base dead. It should be these guys.
Yep.
So I'm going to do a Spartan. So he's going to walk up to the box.
What's in the box?
And by magic, he has a Spartan laser. So he is going to shoot at him.
Wayne does not like hunters.
No, no, I do not. So he now gets 15 dice against armoured targets, with +1 firepower against them as well.
That's insane.
So it's going to be 5 out of 5 against the hunter. But I didn't get a single 2.
Phew. He's just getting used to his new weapon.
I only got 6 successes.
Okay, with those.
But I'm pretty sure. We'll just check the front arc. And
Yeah.
We'll get back. Okay, so arc of fire is only 45 degrees in the front, so that means he doesn't get his shield, so he does take a wound. And the Spartan's activated.
Yep, so this guy is going to move 6 inches up to there.
Yep. So I'm going to try and get the Spartan to react. I'm going to use the Stay Sharp, which gives me +1 to my reaction test. So now he needs a 5. Yep, so he's good. He only gets 5 dice now, unfortunately.
Oh.
So 5 out of 3 because of the cover in the way. He only got 2, which is not enough, I don't think.
And that's 4.
We'll have to try.
So he has 4 dice and he should be in range of this. Just in range of that base over there. So he'll fire at them. 4 dice. And does it 5 have 4?
Yeah, I'd say the majority of the units in the open there.
So we can reroll that one.
Yep, so 5.
That's 5.
So that's going to be a base dead. Boop.
Okay, so start at turn 3. I'm going to keep my Stay Sharp and I'm going to reroll these 2 dice. So both mark your target. I did want an. Oh, sorry, both take cover. Well, I did want to mark your target really, but never mind.
Right, I have to reroll all 3. Ooh, 2 lightning bolts and a shield. Nice. Okay, so initiative. Craig's at +1. I got a 9. And he got an 8, which makes it 9, so we have to re-roll. So 9 again. That's 7. So that means it's going to be me.
Let's see, turn 3.
So I'm going to activate these chaps first.
Okay, so I'm going to try and react with the hunters. Now it's quite difficult to react them, so I'm going to use my stay sharp, but I still need 10 to react, but I have a feeling he might end up dying here, so we're going to take our chances, and no.
Okay, so we get 5 dice with the missile launcher, which I'm going to add +2 to, because it's pretty good at killing hunters. It's at +1 firepower. Do you want to take cover?
Yes, we will take cover as well.
So it knocks it down to firepower 4. And that's an alright roll. I get 1 reroll there. And then I get the 4 dice at firepower 3 from the small arms. So 2 more. You do get your soak against this.
Yes, so we have soak value of 2.
Yep. So you need to stop at least 3 hits.
And
you stop 2.
So that's just not enough, so
it's still 6 damage, so that's the hunter dead.
That's a hunter, so yeah, it's probably worth risking that.
That was worth trying, definitely.
Okay, so I'm going to activate the ghosts and we're going to fly around so we can get a shot in at the Spartan.
No, risk it. I am going to take cover.
So that's 18 dice. So that's 18, that's 8 and 10. Okay, so you're taking cover.
Yep.
So my firepower's still 4.
Yep.
So 18.
Oh, that's a lot of 2s.
So we should have some rerolls in there. There's a lot of 2s. So that's 7 2s and 6 misses, so
Yep, so you only get to reroll them.
we can reroll them.
And then you've got 2 more rerolls from them 2s. And that's it. Okay, so...
Okay.
So interblocks is 6. You want?
That's a lot too.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to be 3 saves.
Yeah, shame we couldn't have got one more from them.
So 3 saves on the Spartan, anything but skulls. Ooh!
Killed him.
The Spartan goes down.
Woohoo! Oh, ghost.
Okay, so I'm going to do the Warthog. Do you want to react with anything?
Ooh. Risky. I think I might have to, yeah, I'll react with these, because that'll be a 6, so... Ah, no. They're in trouble now.
Okay, so he's going to move up to here
Oh, cowardly.
and shoot this chap on the hill. So he gets 8 dice. I'm going to add...
Three dice.
Yep, I'm going to add 2 to that. So I'm up to 10 at firepower 4. Do you wish to take cover?
No.
Nope. That was a good thing you didn't, because it was a really bad roll. I only got 4, so he gets one heroic save.
Nope, which he's not so heroic.
Okay.
So what's left to activate this guy, and we'll just edge forward a little bit to here and we'll shoot.
I'm going to see if the Warthog's in range to react with his 20 inch, so I wouldn't think so. Nope. Okay, so I'm not going to react.
Okay, so we've got 4 dice and we'll just shoot at these bases.
Yep. So 5 out of 4 because your dude's in the way. Not that that really matters.
Oh, no, so I only need 2, so
2.
yeah, 3.
Yep, that's not enough.
Okay. And they've activated.
So these chaps, they're going to move up here onto the cover. they're going to try and shoot him. So, get the card, that would help. So with the machine, with the rocket launcher, I only get plus. I only get 1 dice. Just did 1, and then 3 dice with the small arms. With the reroll. Ooh, so there's enough to force a save. No.
So he bites the dust as well.
But that is the end of turn 3, isn't it?
Yep.
So not much left on the board for either side, really.
No, it's been quite bloody.
But the UNSC definitely are in trouble, I think. So we need to roll our things again. So, ooh, that'll help with initiative.
Okay, and I can re-roll this.
You can re-roll that as well.
I'm going to choose to re-roll my dice.
Ooh.
So a couple of mark your targets, which could come handy, although I don't have any bonus to my initiative.
Okay, so initiative, I get plus 2. So I'm on 10.
I'm on 3, so...
That's me first.
Yes.
UNSC turn 4.
Ooh, I can't react anyway. So these guys are going to go. They're going to just move some of them up a bit. Keeping the missile launcher at its long range. They're going to shoot at the ghosts. So we'll do the rocket launcher first. So I get 5 dice at 5 out of 4. Do you want to use your 5 out of 5? Sorry. Do you want to use your cover?
Yeah, we will.
Yep. So it goes down to 5 out of 4. So that's 4 plus a reroll. Just made nothing. And then I've got 4 small arms. So that is going to be 6. You then get a soak.
Yep, we've got a soak value of 3.
Yep.
So that's 3 dice.
Yep. And
Oh, not very good. So that 6 will kill 1. So their damage track is 3 and 3.
Yep. And that's an activate token for these.
That would have been nice to just saved 1 then. Okay, so they're angry at that, so they're going to fight back.
I'm going to try and react first before you move.
Yep, okay.
And my leader has an ability once per game turn. He can increase the result of a reaction test by 2, so I'm going to use that as well.
Okay.
So their reaction will go down to 6. I'm also going to use one of them to put it down to 5. Which we do.
Okay.
So we can try and kill another ghost. So 5 out of 5 with the missile launchers, which lets me re-roll that. And then the 4 dice of 5 out of 4 lets me re-roll that. Ooh, that's a good solid hit. So that is 9. But you do get your soak value.
Yep, so soak value of 3.
So you stop 3, so there's still 2 wounds. That's another ghost dead.
Yep. Okay, so...
But now they have a cooldown time, so they can't react again. Which is important.
So this ghost is going to fly up over here.
Yep.
I'm going to use mark your target, as we've got a lot less dice to use now. So that will bring us down.
I'm going to take cover as well.
Okay. So there'll be no bonus for my firepower.
Yep, so it's just 5 out of 4.
Yeah. And we have 1, 2, and 1 miss.
So the front unit is my commander, so he takes 4 of them hits away, which means none will spill over. He gets a heroic save on a 1 or a 2 with reroll, but he's fine. Maybe we can pull this back.
I think you might now.
Warthog.
Yep, so I'm going to choose to react. I'm going to use 6. Hey, I've actually managed to react to something.
But the fuel rod is out of range.
The fuel rod's now out of range, but I still have 7 dice with the zealot.
Yep. So
And
it's going to be 5 out of 3 with
yeah,
code.
I might
You
use
can use the lightning bolt if you
I'm
want.
going to use mark your target as well.
Yep,
So
it's just straight dice.
I feel we might get shot up after this. And one's gone off the table, so we'll re-roll that.
Ooh.
So not great. 4. So that's not enough.
Not quite.
Right, so damage is 5 and
That
5.
is close. So I get my 8 shots back into you. I'm actually gonna, I'm not gonna bother moving. So 8 shots at 5 out of 4. Only 1 reroll. Not sure that's going to be enough with the zealot at the front. That's only 6.
Now you've got a damage of 8.
So not quite enough. So I just have these chaps left, so they're not going to move. With the rocket launcher at long range, they're just going to shoot into the back of the ghost. Do they want to try and react? Because you might as well.
Yeah, we might as well, mightn't we? This time it'll be an 8. Again, I'm 8.1.
So I get 5 dice with the rocket launcher at 5 out of 5. So 1 reroll. And then 1 dice from the small arms. So that is 5. You do get your soak of 3 though.
You do. So 3 dice.
You stop 1.
Got 1.
That's still 1 damage.
Yep.
As they have 2 damage tracks, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay. That is turn 4.
Yes.
Ooh, it's getting close.
It's getting close, but I think killing them ghosts and not being able to put any damage with them is...
Okay.
Yep, so, as in the rules for the introduction scenario, the game ends at the end of turn 4. So, that was the end. We'll tally up the points and then see who the winner is. So, we tallied up the points. Craig has killed 8 by killing the Spartan, the fire support team and 1 Warthog. And I've got 8 by killing 2 units of Grunts, 2 Ghosts and the Hunters. So it is a dead tie.
Yeah, so thank you to everyone who sat through and watched the whole video just for it to be a draw. But I think it's a very good intro game. And it's the first time I've played it, but it's very simple to pick up, so if anyone's interested in playing it themselves, definitely pick it up. You can get it from Spartan Games. Really enjoyed it. We'll be playing some more on the channel in the future, no doubt. So yeah, all that's left is just a handshake. So good game.
That was a very good game.
So yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. And if you did, please give the video a like. And if you want to stay in touch with all the content coming on this channel, there's going to be a lot more bat reps coming up now. So please subscribe if you want to keep in touch with all that. And all that's left to say is thank you for watching, and we'll see you all again in the next video.